good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 615. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. Then I invite you to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share information. The link is right there on the Facebook side, because right now I'm also broadcasting to Twitter and also YouTube, but the link is only on the Facebook side. All right, and let me show you. Wait, shout out to Don't Waste Durham. I got the shirt. There you go. I'd love to shout you out, so let me know if you have t-shirts available so that I can get one. All right, so let's see. Let's start out with the word page. I'm just going to mention, I don't like to list the same programs every day, but the city and county both have really helpful programs. And just to remind you that the eviction moratorium ends on Wednesday, June 30th. So you do need to sign up if you need help with your rent because COVID affected your job in whatever way and you fell behind in your rent. Just know that the City of Durham and Durham County, they're teaming up to run the Durham Emergency Rental Assistance Program. I don't know if there's a deadline for that at all, but if you are aware, like I just said, that the eviction moratorium ends in, what's that, a week and a half? Yeah, week after next. Yeah. Check out this program as soon as possible. Definitely. You can get up to 12 months worth of help with your rent, not only the rent, but also the utilities. And that could include electricity, gas, water, sewer, wastewater, trash removal, fuel, oil, sometimes internet. Just a friendly reminder. All right, let's see, Durham County, they're looking for bilingual Spanish speakers who can volunteer to do a bit of client intake on the first, third, and fifth Wednesdays. And tomorrow is the third Wednesday of the month. They need help from 5 to 7 at the Durham Community Food Pantry. That's at Catholic Charities on Chapel Hill Road. And so if you want to sign up, if you're able to help, that would be awesome. Just sign up with the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Leadership Center. The link is right there on the word page. My throat is raw. I need some water. Okay. Also, let's see what's happening on the word page. Durham Technical Community College, of course, their small business center. They have these wonderful free webinars for business owners, entrepreneurs, people who want to start businesses. So let's see what's on the docket for today. From 5 until 6:30. Again, these are free, so sign up in advance and attend. A Shot in the Arm, Marketing in a Post-Pandemic World, from 5 until 6:30. And then from 6 until 8, they will have Creating Your Brand. That's a good one. And then from 6 until 8, How to Create a Magical Customer Experience, Even During Difficult Times. Good one. That's a real good one. All righty. And then there's some more happening later this week. And actually, I didn't have room to include all of the webinars. So click on the link that I provide and see what I had to leave out. I couldn't possibly list them all because these are happening all across the state. And they're so good. There's so many of them. Definitely. Now, let's see. Let's go to the health page, To Your Health. Of course, I have your COVID test and vaccine update information, including the fact that you can just stroll into the Department of Public Health, that's Durham County, that is. They have free walk-in appointments for the COVID-19 vaccine from 9 to 4, and with today being Tuesday, from 9 until 6. Just stroll in, no ID needed, just walk right on in. Also, the Lincoln Community, I should mention, those are weekdays, from 9 to 4, and then 9 to 6 on Tuesdays. Lincoln Community Health Center on Fayetteville Street, same thing, free walk-in appointments. Their hours are different, weekdays only, from 9 till 11 a.m., and then from 1 to 4 p.m. Just walk in and get your vaccine. How about that? I think there's a couple of pop-ups. Let's see. Let me check my notes. Yes, tomorrow there's going to be a pop-up COVID vaccine clinic. from 2 until 6 tomorrow at Carter Community School. I thought they were on Club Boulevard. I think this is the same school, but apparently they moved. They're on Cornwallis Road. So the Carter Community School, 1955 West Cornwallis Road. They're going to accept walk-ins and appointments. That's why I'm mentioning it right now, so that if you want to set an appointment, go ahead. And again, they're going to have, this is going to be from 2 until 6. They're going to have Pfizer. That's for age 12 and up. They will also have Johnson & Johnson, and that's age 18 and up. And again, this is the Durham County Department of Public Health. All right. Let's see where OptumServe is going to be. Let's see. OptumServe, they administer free COVID tests. You want to make sure you're good. So they are at El Centro Hispano until 6. They're over there at the Lakewood Shopping Center. They have a drive-through service available. They're also at McDougall Terrace until 4:30, drive-through available there as well. And then Oxford Manor until 4:30. And I didn't want to, this isn't in my notes, but I just passed it up, and I want to make sure that you know about this free series of classes held by the Lincoln Community Health Center. Okay, so the next one's going to be on Tuesday, June 22nd, from 6 until 6:30, and the topic will be home blood pressure monitoring. These are a series of free classes. Again, this is they're run by the Lincoln Community Health Center, and this is in partnership with the Community Health Coalition. This is great, and I think I'm going to have somebody from Lincoln on my show next week. We'll see. I hope so. Trying to sign them up. Okay, let's see what else is on the health page. Blood Connection Blood Drive. Let me scroll down to that. Oh, Janae is here. Hi, Janae. I'll be right with you. Let's see. Where was I? Blood Drive. The Blood Connection. They're going to have a blood drive. It's going on right now in partnership with the Durham County Department of Public Health. Let's see. This is at the county from 10 until 3. And I told you about the COVID vaccine. So you can also, maybe while you're there, maybe you can go ahead. I don't know if you can get a vaccine and donate blood on the same day. Probably not. It sounds a little strange. But if you do want to donate blood, you can do so at the county from 10 until 3. Obviously, 10 was a couple hours ago, but until 3. There you go. And I'm sure they'd greatly appreciate it. It's greatly needed. Let's see. Let's go to the legal page. Just want to point out that at the top of the page, it says, searching for a new chief of police. You know, the Durham Police Department, they're going to hire a new police chief. And I did attend the forum, I think at the earliest, October or November. They want to make sure they get the best they can get. So you can actually watch both forums. They had 2 open forums last month, talking about what they're looking for, about the search and everything, the qualifications, etc. So it's right there on the legal page. You can actually click and watch from the Durham Skywriter. Be sure to do that if you're curious. All right, let's go now to the sports page. A couple of things I want to mention. I did mention this. I've been mentioning this, Bull City Futsal. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's so cool. So kids who are in elementary school, middle school, and high school, they're going to have separate academies where they can learn the game of futsal, which is a smaller version of soccer, which, as you know, in Spanish and Portuguese is football. Let's see. This is going to be at Sherwood Park. The sessions, the skill sessions, will start June 20th, and that is this coming Sunday. And after they learn the skills, they will have 3 games. So that's going to be super awesome, totally free. Just saying. Also, I thought there was something else on the sports page. Let's see. Oh, flag football. So the Goombay Raleigh-Durham Sports League, they announced that they are now registering players for the non-contact flag football. This is for grown-ups, 18 plus. So you can choose to be on the co-ed team, the ladies teams, or one of the men's teams. And of course, it's not free. The teams do pay fees, and they divide it among all the players. But you can read about it. The games will start in August. All righty. And this is not in the Durham Skywriter. I just heard from Cynthia Booth at Durham Parks and Recreation. So I took notes and I will add it to the sports page. But there, I've been telling you about the lifeguarding classes, right? And about how it directly leads to jobs. Durham Parks and Recreation just announced that there are lifeguard staffing shortages. So if you're a wonderful swimmer, and I think you have to be certified, I think by the American Red Cross, they're looking for lifeguards, and of course, they pay. Enough said. But let me go on to say the Durham Parks and Recreation, of course, they're saying that there's indoor swimming. Just check my notes. Indoor swimming available at Campus Hills, also Edison Johnson. The outdoor pools at Forest Hills and Long Meadow are open. And apparently Hillside pool needs repairs and will reopen as soon as it's repaired. And then another thing, I will provide a link to register young people aged 17 and under because they must be registered if they arrive at a pool alone during open swim. They have to be registered. No questions about that. Okay, let's go to the Let's Go page, the last page that we will be visiting. That's the calendar of events page. Let me scroll down to 15. Let's see, 15. New Visions of Africa restaurant. As you know, every Tuesday, they have this incredible grocery giveaway starting at 12:30. So if you are on foot or taking the number 5 bus, just know they're going to give you oodles of groceries, and you're not going to be able to handle it just by carrying it in your arms. You will need some kind of a cart, just letting you know, or maybe you'll just want to take less food. But just know that they give away a lot of great groceries. Again, from 12:30 while supplies last. Park in the W.D. Hill parking lot, which is behind the restaurant, because the restaurant is right next door to W.D. Hill. Just know that W.D. Hill has 2 lots, an upper and a lower. So just, I highly suggest that you drive if you can. And if your next door neighbor doesn't have a car, try to bring them with you and they can help you. They can drop off, or rather put into your car, or help you put into your car, maybe groceries for 2 families. They're very generous over there. Wear your mask. Be sure to look for someone with a clipboard. Just don't stand in line. Find somebody with a clipboard. Give them your name so they can call your name and you can get your groceries. All right. Again, New Visions, they'll be back from 3 until 6, giving away free meals to people in need. Wear your mask. And the meals are tasty, just to let you know. Stanford L. Warren Library, starting at 4 o'clock, they're going to have a wonderful program called Graphics Are for Novels. This is going to be an online event, and there's no age restriction. I guess this is for anyone who likes graphic novels. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, graphic novels are, I don't know if they're comic books or they're like comic books. Anyway, you can take part. But now let me get this straight. Yes, sign up. But then you pick up your club kit before the Zoom event starts at 4. So you might want to sign up as soon as possible, right after Bull City Hangout. Then you pick up your club kit, then you can join the online meeting and draw pictures and just take part in the fun event. There's going to be 2 books that they want you to have read, and if you haven't read them, that's fine. One is called Swamp Thing, Twin Branches. The other is called Lumberjanes, Beware the Kitchen Holy. I have no idea what that's about. But anyway, it should be fun, starting at 4 o'clock. Read about it on the Let's Go page. Okay, it's virtual Trivia Tuesday at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, online event from 6 until 7, and it's free. The Tuesday Blues Jam is at the Blue Note Grill downtown, and that's going to be from 6:30 until 8:30. It's going to be fun, free admission. If you're, if you play through an amp, if you're a guitarist or bassist, play through their amp, bring your own drumsticks, use their drum set. And if you are a singer, you can use their mic. I suggest that you get microphone covers from Amazon. They come in batches of, I think, like 50 for like $10, $15. Highly recommend that you do that, or bring your own mic, just saying. All righty, I think that's pretty much it. Tomorrow morning, Wacky Wednesday. Durham County Library has an online, actually a YouTube event from 10:30 until 11. Follow the family activities, crafts, stories, and more. And let's see. The weather, 82 and sunny. It's going to be sunny all day. It's going up only up to, I shouldn't say only. It's going up to 84. And then tomorrow it's going up to 82 and sunny. That's like perfect, perfect weather. So we have a guest. Janae is here, and I bet I said her name right because I think she schooled me the last time I stumbled. Because names with, like accents and hyphens and apostrophes and stuff are very adventurous names indeed. So let's see what's happening with Janae. Janae, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Absolutely. So what's up?
Um, I just decided to come and join. I think I'm upside down or sideways. I think I'm correct.
Oh no, you're correct. No, there you go.
Oh,
It's
is it
correct.
okay?
It's correct.
Oh, okay.
It might
I
look
just
funny on your
wanted
phone. I don't know.
to join. Yeah, found your page on Facebook and I do enjoy it. So I enjoy
Thank
listening to you
you.
and listening to what's going on in Durham. So
I really appreciate it. I love it when people not only watch the show, but I really love it when they drop in because it is called Bull City Hangout. We're supposed to be hanging out.
right.
And I love it when people share information, et cetera, et cetera. So
Well,
I
I just opened up a new eyelash studio over at University Hill,
let me write that down.
um, University Hill area.
Oh, that's
So
those new apartments with the beautiful art.
yes,
Okay,
yep.
on
So
University Drive. So eyelash. Tell me what that is because I've heard of
okay.
people doing their eyebrows. My niece was telling me about people sew their eyebrows or something nowadays or something.
No, well, you can get eyebrow extensions. Yes, you can get eyebrow extensions, but
Okay.
well, I do eyelash extensions. So for people who have like really thin eyelashes or
Mm-hmm.
sparse eyelashes, or they just want their eyelashes fuller, then you can
Mm-hmm.
get extensions applied to your eyelashes to enhance them. So
Okay.
that's what
I'm
I
just
do.
curious. I'm not a glamorous person. In fact, I throw on some lipstick right before the show, and sometimes when I watch a replay, I'm like, I can't even see my lipstick. But I'm doing the best I can. But when it comes to eyelash extensions and that sort of thing, is that usually for special occasions
A
or?
lot of people do it for special occasions. Some people do it, they wear them continuously because they just like to have long, full eyelashes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have clients that come every 2 to 3 weeks to get them refilled because they
So,
will
so
shed.
it's not temporary like you don't put them off and on every day.
No, no, no. They stay on. Yeah. So they
Oh,
stay
okay.
on until they fall off, until they
Oh.
shed with your natural eyelash, because our eyelashes shed every
Oh.
day. So you will
Oh.
lose. Yeah, they do shed, but we don't see them because they're so fine. We don't notice it. But our
Mhm.
eyelashes shed. We shed 2 to 3 lashes every day. And some
Okay.
people may not shed, like you may not shed none today, but maybe tomorrow you'll shed maybe 3 or 4. But we
Mhm.
do shed our lashes, so the extensions will stay in for as long as your natural lashes are in. So when your natural lash shed, the extension falls off. So, and that's why
Now
people
I'm
come like every 2 to 3 weeks to get them refilled again.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I sometimes they're not hard. I mean, I don't. Okay. So I don't know much about this. So for the most part, when people get their eyelash extensions, are they trying? Does some of them are they trying to be subtle and hope you don't notice that they're extensions? Because sometimes they're so
Right.
outrageous.
Yeah. I have done the very dramatic lashes too. I feel like a lot
Mhm.
of the younger generation likes those, but
Mhm.
My older clients like more subtle, more natural
Mm-hmm.
lashes. So yeah, because I've done my grandmother lashes. Like she's not a glamour person either, but
Mm-hmm.
I've done her lashes for like an occasion or her birthday or something. But she
That's
just
cute.
want them like very subtle, natural.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What's the most outrageous? I mean, are they doing like glitter and crazy stuff, or are they just
Mm,
big when they want to be
no,
outrageous?
I wish I could do some glitter. No, ain't nobody doing no glitter. I don't think
No,
out here. Um,
they
but
just want them. They just want them as long as possible.
just long.
But I've
Just
seen some on YouTube that, come on, I've seen some,
yeah.
and I
Some
was like,
they be looking like they're about to fly away. Mhm. Yeah, I know.
but I think they're obviously making a statement.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
There's
I
nothing
had a
wrong.
client and she was an older lady. She was older than me and
Mm-hmm.
she wanted them really, really long. And she
Mm-hmm.
said to me, she was like, make them long like Snuffleupagus. And I had to think for a minute who that was
Sesame Street.
from Sesame Street. And I had
Now
to think
that's
who she was
funny.
talking about. And she was from New
Snuffleupagus. Now that's
Jersey. And
hilarious.
she was from Jersey. And she said she want them long. And I was like, I don't think we don't have like that long because I don't like to go too long. But yeah,
But you
she
can't.
was like, well, give me your longest length. I was like, okay.
Wow, that is wild. Well,
But
I
for the
mean,
most part, yeah. I feel like a lot of my clients are more on the natural side, just like a
mhm,
little length and fullness for the most part.
mhm.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
hmm
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, how did you learn? I mean, is this so? First off, when people want longer lashes, is that something you can do yourself, or do you always have to have someone do it for you? I can imagine it would be hard to see what you're doing.
Yes, you would have
Um,
to have someone do it for you. Yes. So, like, I wish I could do my own lashes too, because not
mhm.
everyone is good.
I thought you'd be able to. I guess not. So how did you? Where did you learn? Is there a school for it or what?
Well, you have to either be a cosmetologist or an esthetician. Well, for the most part, you want to be licensed. But
Mhm, mhm.
I
Oh,
learned
because you're
from
messing with the eyes.
right. I mean, there are girls out here that are not licensed that are doing it, but I wouldn't trust it. But
Mhm.
I
So
learned actually
how do
from
you
Amazing
ask?
Lash Studio. That's where I was working at Amazing Lash Studio.
Mhm.
And one of my friends was working in, she was telling me about the eyelash extensions. And I was like, I never did eyelash extensions. I really didn't even know what they were because I'm
Mhm.
not like, I don't be glamoring myself up like that myself. I
Mhm.
do know
Mhm.
about the strips. I could do some strips, but
Mhm.
so I went there and they teach you, they have a full training course and then you have someone who watches over you as you're training.
Mhm.
So it was a really good start to learn.
So when we say license, we mean state, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
You
that's
need to be
serious.
licensed.
Would you recommend that people who want their eyelashes done from wherever that they ask if they're licensed, or do you have to be licensed to open a shop?
Well, you have to be licensed to open up a shop, but some people do it from their homes. So I would be
Oh,
careful with
yeah.
that. Yeah, because I be seeing people advertise on like Facebook Marketplace, which I wouldn't think people would advertise there, but
Mm-hmm.
they do. And
Mm-hmm.
and so they work from home. And so yes, I would ask people if they were licensed. Yeah, I would recommend for someone to be licensed because for one, you're messing with someone's eyes, and for
Yeah.
two, you're messing with a glue, which is a medical grade adhesive, but it's still a glue that you have to
Oh,
put near someone's eyes,
you
which
just said two
is
words that medical grade,
right. Yeah.
not
So
Elmer's glue.
right. So it is glue, and you are messing with tweezers.
Oh,
Yeah. So I would
how
want
long?
someone to
How
be
long does it
licensed.
take?
It is.
How long does it take?
It's the whole process for a full set is about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can do it in 2 hours. I know some people they said they done a full set in 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I do
Ooh.
my full sets in 2 hours, hour and a half
Mhm.
to 2 hours. This
So
depends
if
on
you,
how many lashes a person has.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
So if you wanted to expand and do the eyebrows, would you have
Which
to
I
get
do.
another license?
No, no. Well, I would need like another certification, not a license. So I would need to be
Okay.
certified, yeah, to do brows.
Yeah, I guess that's a lot safer because that's not
Hmm.
really that close to your eyes. Not really, unless they're
Hmm.
clumsy. So
So as
how'd you
long
get
as
started?
you right,
How'd you
so
get
as long as
started
you
in that
have like your
business?
cosmetology
Oh.
license or your
Hmm.
esthetician license, then pretty much you can do any type of like cosmetic services. Yeah.
Hmm. Do you let people know, like, for example, like, suppose somebody wants to make a music video, wants to be glamorous. Do they, do you market your services to them?
I'm
Like to the
trying to.
musicians and
I'm
yeah.
trying to now. Yeah, I'm trying to. Like, I'm actually getting ready to do a post now where I did a post where I put it on next door, but I need to do another one where I was looking for models. So I was doing
Right,
like a model
models.
call.
Yeah.
Um, so I was kind of hesitant about posting to my personal Facebook page, but a lot of people
Hmm.
told me that I should just go ahead and post to my Facebook page. Um,
But you know, there's a Bull City Creative page, Facebook page.
Bull City Creative
Bull,
page.
Bull City Creatives, and that's like, you know, artists and
Okay.
musicians and things. Yeah, you might want to
Okay.
run something. You know, at least make an announcement.
Right. So I'm gonna do that today. So
Mm.
I've been open about 5. We're going to 6 weeks now. Yes, about 6 weeks. So I'm trying to
Okay.
build up my clientele, and
Mm.
I'm not a social media person, so I'm trying to get out there
Social
more.
media is the way to go,
I
though. You should
know.
just have some pictures taken like before and after.
Hmm. Yeah. So I do.
Yeah.
I have a lot of pictures. I just need to do something with them.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm yeah. I'm trying to be more social and get out my
Mm.
comfort zone. And I'm like, I know I have to step out because that's the only way to generate clientele. So.
Exactly. And you're on Bull City Hangout. So
So I'm
people,
definitely will be there. Yes.
yeah, so people watching the replay will probably be jotting your name down. And in fact, since you're on the show, you can put it in the comments, your contact information, or you can let us know now what your
Okay.
contact information is. Do they just
Okay.
find you on Facebook or what?
Um. Ooh. Well, yeah, I can put it in there. Yeah. Should I put it in the chat? Type it in.
You can do that. Or you can wait until the show's over and just put it in the comments later.
Okay. Okay. I'll do that.
Because I don't know, because some people, you might want to think about it. I don't know if you want to give your phone number
Well,
or
yeah. So I do have my I
email.
have a Google business, a Google, yeah, number for my business.
Oh, that's what I use. Google
Yeah.
Google Voice number.
Yeah. Google Voice.
Yeah, yeah,
So I did
that's
do
a
that.
good deal. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good deal. Because you can actually, I don't know if you know this, but you can actually set it so that you have a certain ring when family calls and a certain ring when strangers call.
Oh no. So I
I
need
don't know
to
if you know,
do that.
you can do
Okay.
that.
Because I've
Mhm.
always be like, I don't know if it's the client calling because it just rings like a
Mhm.
normal, like my phone. Okay, good.
Right.
I'm gonna look that up. Yeah.
And also sign up so you can get I get more scam calls than business calls, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes on my phone, I don't know if it's because I signed up for anything. I don't know if it's Google Voice, but sometimes I'll get a call and it'll say scam likely.
Oh, okay.
And I think it might be because I'm using Google Voice. I'm
Uh,
hoping that's why.
but yeah, I think so too because I've noticed I've been getting a lot of those calls too.
Mm, yeah.
Hmm.
But I guess when you get your number out there that you're going to get those scam calls. But yeah, so market yourself like to models. The only thing with models, this isn't a bad thing, but a lot of times when models use different people's services, it's for free because the model is promoting the provider of the service. So
Okay.
you might not get paid, but you'll be promoted. So just know that. But that's why I said also promote your services to the Bull City Creatives page, because I would think if an artist is going to do a music video or concert or something, that they'll want to pay for the
Right.
service and make sure that, that they're
That's
looking right.
mm-hmm.
So, were you always interested in fashion as a little kid or what?
No. Well, I'm from New York, so when like growing up in New York, I used to do hair. Used to
Mm-hmm.
just braid each other's hair, do
Mm-hmm.
nails and stuff. So I was into, I guess, the beauty industry like that, but it was just a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to school for education. I thought I was
Mm-hmm.
going to be a teacher.
Oh, you can
So
still be a teacher.
that's what I
Yeah.
always wanted to do is teach.
Yeah.
And then I came out here. I moved out here. I was going to Durham Tech. I took early
Mm-hmm.
childhood education. I got my
Nice.
dentures. I worked in a daycare for a couple years as a teacher. And
Mm-hmm.
then I started having kids. And then I was like, okay, well, I
Oh,
don't want to be in a daycare no more.
I got you. I
And then
got
I
you.
went to nursing. So I was a CNA for about 14 years. Um,
Whoa. Okay.
so the last place I worked at was the Brain Center, which I was there about three
Over
years
at Duke
ago.
with Alzheimer's.
hmm
Okay.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
dominantly what I worked with Alzheimer's and dementia patients.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I did some private duty for a while. And
Mm-hmm.
then I got into a really bad car accident, actually
Ooh.
on my way to work.
Oh my goodness.
And um, so the doctor wouldn't release me to go back to work. So my
Mm-hmm.
family was like, well, why don't you just go to school for cosmetology since you know, home? So I was like, okay, I'll go.
Um,
I really never thought about it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just go to school for cosmetology. And
mm-hmm.
I did. And I was like, wow, I love it. I was like, I learned so much. Like, I thought I knew about hair and nails and
Mm-hmm.
skin. And I was like, okay, I should have did this a long time ago.
Wow. That's good you're getting into it though, because
hmm
it's I'm sure it's a wonderful business. I know a lot of money is made and it's
Well,
a
I
nice
do hair
business.
too. I do hair. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get my hands out of hair. Like I really love doing lashes and I'm learning how to do the eyebrows now. But
Mm-hmm.
I do hair. I do braids and like
I
stuff
think
with
you can do
weave.
real well because when my aunt was alive, I actually moved here from Chicago because my aunt had Alzheimer's and I took care of
Mm.
her until her death. But she was known for being a good dresser, for being kind of quasi glamorous. So I would still take her to get her hair done. And there was this
Mm.
lady, her name was Sharon, and she had her house straight. I mean, you go in there, and the first floor was like her reception area, and
Mm.
then you go upstairs, and she had it decked out. It
Wow.
was nice. That's how she made her money, and it was like being in a salon. It wasn't
mm.
like at the kitchen table and people coming in making breakfast.
Right.
No, it was like a real salon. It was nice,
Wow.
and that's
That's
that's how she
nice.
had her house set up. And so I guess the rest of the house was the living quarters, but the part that I saw, the living room and like the first bedroom, which was upstairs, was really professional. Yeah, it was
Okay.
nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
suggest you try something like that because um, she I could tell she was very comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, she was very
That's
comfortable.
good. And I was saying I was always hesitant about like working from home and having like strangers come to your house, but
Mhm.
that sounds nice though. It sounds like a nice
Well,
setup.
I'm trying to think. How did I hear about her? She came recommended. I wasn't.
Mm.
We were strangers, but I found her through somebody else
Okay.
because I was looking for someone. Um, because Well, it just wasn't working out. The lady I was taking my aunt to, it was more of a commercial setting. And with her having Alzheimer's, yeah, it
Yeah.
was kind of actually, ooh, I'm going way back. Actually, what happened was, this is a crazy story. This is a crazy, like I said, my aunt had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So she was getting her hair done by this lady, and the lady had like a stroke.
Hmm.
And my aunt didn't know what to do. She didn't have her mind all together, all of a sudden. She just started walking down the street.
Oh wow.
Somebody picked her up and took, because when my doorbell rang and I went to the door and saw my aunt, I was like, how did she get
Right.
here? This
Right.
person, thank God, my aunt had her ID in her purse because she couldn't really,
Mm-hmm.
explain things. So this person said, yeah, I saw your auntie wandering down the street, and they picked her up and brought her home. So
Oh
after that,
wow.
I was like, yeah, I got to take her somewhere else. And yeah, and the lady who was caring for her, I think she was okay for a while. She had, like I said, she had a stroke. She was an older woman too. So yeah, so I had to find a new person, a new
Mm-hmm.
hairstylist. So, and she would get her nails done. I don't know if you do nails, but sometimes she would get her
Mm-hmm.
little nails done, and she would
Okay.
admire them for the rest of the day. She would
Mm.
just sit, yeah, all day going like, looking her nails. It was just cute because that's
Uh,
another thing. Since you've taken care of Alzheimer's patients, a lot of people, I hate to say this, but a lot of people don't realize that women with Alzheimer's still want to look good and be pretty and,
mm-hmm.
be pampered, even though
Mm-hmm.
they're not going anywhere, nobody sees them.
Yeah.
But as long as I could do it, I would take my aunt until she got to the point where it didn't really matter. Because, you are going downhill when you have Alzheimer's, you know that. But while she was still more or less viable,
Right.
she liked to feel pretty.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah.
would be really cute if you could also cater somehow to the Alzheimer's crowd, because I think that
Mm,
service would be greatly appreciated.
that is true. I can look into that.
Yeah, think about that. I don't know how you would get your customer. Maybe through, I'm trying to think. Maybe recommendations from maybe the Duke Patient Services, because they do have all of those online meetings with
Mm,
people who are um, caring for people with Alzheimer's.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just
But
an idea. Because like I said,
yeah,
my aunt loved it.
I still
'Cause-
I really do miss working with the patients. Like I don't miss the Bryan Center because that place wore me out. But I
mhm,
miss the patients
pretty
that I
big.
had
Mhm,
and like the connections that I made there. And I really
mhm,
enjoyed it. I enjoy helping people. So
mhm,
I mean, I love doing hair and I love doing lashes too, but I would
mhm.
love to find a way where I could kind of intertwine the two. It would be
I
nice.
think that might be interesting. Now, I had an advertiser back home in Chicago, and she ran a little boutique on 63rd Street in what some people call the hood. And I noticed she was never open on Mondays. And I asked her how come she wasn't open on Mondays. She said what she did, she would go to not senior centers, what do you call it? The places where the senior citizens live,
The
the
nursing homes.
nursing homes. She would go to
Mm-hmm.
the nursing homes on Mondays, and she had a mobile shop, because again, they like to feel pretty. So she would sell them, little outfits, little dresses, and little accessories, And so she was on this list, some approved list. And so she was able to go to certain um, uh, retirement homes, and they would make the announcement, so and so shop is here, and they come down with their little coin purses, and they would go
Mm-hmm.
shopping.
Right.
And so
Oh,
she would do that on Mondays.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
So
Something to think
again,
about.
I don't know if they would allow that because Durham is, it's not the same as
Well,
Chicago.
true.
And
And now,
sometimes, but here's the thing, sometimes when I bring Chicago ideas to certain people in Durham, they're like, oh, I never heard of that. That's a good idea. So maybe they just need to hear the idea.
right, right. That's true.
Hmm.
Hmm.
If you
Yeah.
don't mind my asking, so where'd you grow up in New York?
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn, okay.
Brooklyn,
I used
Flatbush
to.
area.
Okay, I've heard of Flatbush. Okay, what's that giant park in Brooklyn?
Prospect Park.
That's it. I've been to Prospect Park in
Yeah,
Brooklyn. I
Prospect
used to
Park.
visit my great aunt in the Bronx,
Oh, okay.
and she lived. Let's see, I'd say a mile south of Yankee Stadium.
Oh, okay.
And then I had friends in Brooklyn. We take the double L train,
Hmm.
and our friends we would hang out in what was it called? Brownsville.
Uh-huh.
You know where that is?
Yep, I have family in Brownsville.
Yeah, so we'd
Hmm.
hang out in Brownsville, and then we'd
Yep,
rent
off the
bikes.
Eastern Parkway.
Yeah, and then
Hmm.
we'd ride bikes in Prospect Park
Yep,
and all that kind of. New York is a wonderful,
it is.
wonderful place
Try to get
to
there
visit. I've
sometime
never.
this year.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna try to get there sometime this year.
Yeah, I lived in New York for a semester, so it's a wonderful place to live as well. But you know what? If I had the money, I would fly back and forth to the Bronx and shop on what's it called, Grand Concourse,
Oh yes.
because you can get all this stuff real cheap and then resell it.
Yes. That's what my ex-husband is from the Bronx, and his family lived off of Grand Concourse, so we used to go out there all the time.
You can do some serious, serious
Hmm.
shopping.
We used to just always buy the watches because the watches were like $20, and they
Hmm.
were really nice.
Well, I actually, at the time that let's see, at the time that my great aunt died, it was my job to, take care of things. Um, when she died, so it was 1996. I've been in New York since, but here's the thing: I was kind of broke those days, and yet I came home with my sister picked me up from the airport, and immediately she spotted my leather book bag that I had bought in New York, and she said, "Where'd you get that?" I said, "I got on Grand Concourse." She said, "How much?" Because I was broke. She said, "How much? That's leather. How much you pay for that?" I said, "How much you think?" She said, "Couple hundred." I said, $20. Why don't you give me one? But
Uh,
yet, if I had the money, in fact, a friend of my mom, I don't know if you know about jazz drummer Jack DeJohnette. He's a famous jazz drummer, but his
mm,
mom is from New York, and she used to work in the garment district.
okay.
I forget where that is. That's in Manhattan somewhere.
I'm not
I don't,
sure.
I don't know, but the garment district.
Okay.
But here's what she would do. So she was living in Chicago, and she had a basement store. She
Hmm.
would take orders from people because she had those connects because that's where she used to work in the garment district. So she would take orders. So my mom would say, size whatever, bring me a suede suit with the double this and that or whatever. And she would go shopping in the garment district and then call everybody when she made it back home. And she was making good money.
Mm,
She
wow.
was making good money. New York is definitely the place to source a lot of stuff.
It
You
is.
know,
It,
seriously. Yes. I hope I'm giving you some ideas
you
since you're
sure
from
are.
there.
I got my notebook right here. I've been writing, taking notes.
'Cause that is the place. Like I said, if I had the money and the connects, I would definitely be doing that because a lot of people are doing that, flying back
Hmm.
and forth to New York, making money. I don't know about down here in Durham, but definitely in Chicago for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about out here, but I think I've met maybe one person I know who was going to New York, and she was selling bags Yeah, she
Mhm.
was selling purses, and she had some nice stuff.
Actually, I would think it's cheaper to go from New York to Durham than New York to Chicago. I'm quite sure, with us both being
Mm-hmm.
on the East Coast, because
Mm-hmm.
way back in the day, now you're not going to know about this, but there used to be, what was it called? It's called New York Air. There's an
Mm-hmm.
airline called you don't know nothing about this. It was called New York Air. You could fly from they only flew to two places.
Oh,
They flew from New York to Washington D.C. and New York to Raleigh Durham. That's it.
really?
That's it.
Oh, wow.
It was $29 to go to DC and $49 to go to Raleigh Durham.
Hmm.
It was incredible. And it was like a bus because once I was flying from Chicago to New York to visit my great aunt, and then I was going to go, down here to Durham to visit my aunt and grandfather. So when I arrived to New York, um, let's see, to the airport. Let's see, I was supposed to take the 11. I still remember this. I was supposed to take the 11:30 flight to Raleigh Durham to RDU, and I got there early. I got there around 11. And so when I
Hmm.
checked in New York Air, I said, "Oh, I know I'm early. I'm supposed to be on the 11:30." They said, "Oh, you want to take the next flight?" And I'm like, "The 11 o'clock flight?" But they said, "Oh, yeah, this is like a bus."
Oh, wow.
And I was okay. So I got
You could
on.
just take it the next flight. Like, you don't gotta
Yeah,
wait
just
to get
yeah,
to
you see,
that.
you're early. Just hop on. Yeah, come on. And the lunches, you know how you have like the flight attendants, and they have all the fancy little.
Mm-hmm.
They had New York lunches. In other words, a bagel and cream cheese in a paper bag.
Oh, wow. What?
It was like they kept it real. They kept it.
Wow.
That's how they kept it affordable. You get a bagel and cream cheese, and like a soft drink. It, it
They
was
need to bring that
awesome.
back. They need to bring that back.
They do. I think what happened though, this was in the 70s because I was really young. No, 80s. It was in the eight. No, wait. I graduated in 78. Wait a minute. It was in the 80s because this was right out of when I started working. And I had the money.
I was born in 78.
Okay, so none of that. So this
Mm.
was in the 80s. But I think what happened though, even though they kept the cost down, I think the rising cost of fuel, because there was a fuel shortage in the late 70s. And I don't think New
Mm.
York Air lasted more than a few years after the oil
Okay.
embargo, because the cost of gas and oil going up, I think, is what killed a lot of those really
Okay.
cheap airlines. I wish
Mm.
they'd bring it back though, because that was awesome.
That was a good concept. Yeah, that was a good one. Mm.
Yeah, because I can imagine you going back and forth for real. If it was
Mm.
$49,
What? I sure would.
I know I
Every
would,
other
even though
weekend.
I don't think I have any family left in New York. I had see, great aunt, some cousins. Yeah, I mean, I still have some cousins left, but I don't even know them anymore. But New York
Mm.
used to be a really fun place to hang out for me. It was really fun, and
It
I
is.
do miss.
I still have a lot of family back home, so I have to make sure
Mhm.
to. I'll be there soon. Couple
Yeah, but
weeks.
tell them to locate some things that you can resell down here,
I sure am.
because
To be honest,
people.
I really didn't even think about that. But that's a good
Hmm.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
people are paying, I think, too much for certain things like purses. They want the brand names. The
Hmm.
leather, the jackets, and the purses, and all that stuff. And I think they're paying too much.
Yeah, yeah. It's expensive. I'm like, I don't know where people get the money to buy it.
So you can help them out.
Hmm.
You can help
Yep.
them out.
Well, it's definitely
Anyway,
wonderful talking to you.
nice talking with you. Thank you so much for dropping by. Feel free to drop by again anytime you want. And after the show ends, be sure to put your contact info if you want to
Okay.
in
Hmm.
the comments. And just continue watching Bull City Hangout and share this show out so that
I
more people
sure
can see
will.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, put it on your page if you have a page.
Okay. Yep, I do. I will.
Okay, do that. Well, thanks
Yeah.
again, Janae.
You're
And let
welcome.
me ask you again. I didn't ask you about your name. Okay, so that is an apostrophe or an accent? Because I know sometimes, like with names like Renee, it's supposed to be an accent, but they use sometimes an apostrophe because they don't know how to make an accent.
Well, it's considered an accent mark. Yes, it's an accent mark
Okay.
because my name is French. It's a French name,
Mm-hmm.
so it
It's really
is, yeah,
cool.
pronounced Janae. I was actually named after Janae Du Bois
I knew
from.
it.
Yeah, that's who my mom named me after. And she tells everybody.
I
She tells
knew it.
everybody that. So, and she always tells me, make sure you put accent mark capital N. I
There
was
you
like,
go.
okay.
But actually, because she was on, what was that show? Good Times, right?
Good times. Hmm.
But actually, her last name is French too.
Yeah, Du Bois. Yeah. I
I
think she has
wonder.
an accent mark in Du Bois too.
I don't know, because if she were really French, I think it would be Jeanne Dubois.
Du
But
Bois.
I don't know if she goes that far
I
as to
don't know if
pronounce
it's
it
pronounced
Dubois.
Du Bois. Cause I know it's Dubois.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean,
B-U-I.
she might be
Mm-hmm.
from New Orleans or
D,
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
B-U-I-S. But yeah, I know it is a French name, but I don't think she was French.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was French.
You're just trying to, there's nothing wrong with having a cool name.
Yes. So, yes.
Okay,
So
Janae, but
I
thank you
pronounce it.
so
I told my
much.
family, I was like, well, y'all could call me Janae. Cause technically, if you was in French, it would be Janae. But,
Janae,
but it's
that is a
Janae.
cool name.
Keep it
Mm-hmm.
simple.
Very cool. Well, drop by anytime you want, and
Thank
good luck
you.
with your business. You said it's relatively new,
Yes, yes.
so go out there and market yourself, and let me know how it goes. Keep me
Thank
posted.
you. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Thank you so much. Have a great
Okay,
day.
you too. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. That was so fun. I love it when people drop by. Made a new friend, Janae. Super awesome. So I want to let you go. Let's see. Let's see if it's 84 yet, because I know it's supposed to go up to 84. Let's see. It went down. Oh no, it went up. Okay, it's 84 right now. We have reached the high of the day. It's 84. It's going to be sunny all day. Tomorrow's going to be 82. So share this out so that more people can know what's happening today in Durham. Have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.